Hey y'all, welcome back to this week's episode of AMA Friday with Amy Miller, recruiting in yoga pants. So this week we're gonna jump into a topic that kind of inspired by last week's conversation about the green open to work banner. So it was rightfully called out by my LinkedIn buddy Jude, who said, yeah, great, LinkedIn banner's fine and you're going to attract people to your profile, but if you don't have the, details to back it up, if there's not a hook, if there's not something to get the recruiter or the hiring manager's attention, what good is it really? And that is such a valid point. So thank you, Jude, for inspiring this week's video. I owe you. But it did kind of bring to mind this idea around elevator pitches. So we talk about this a lot in networking, right? There's kind of the goal is to share what you're looking for and kind of make the other person aware of the kinds of roles you're interested in, or, and it kind of goes back to that, like, hey, I'm actively looking and I'm not afraid to say it, right? It doesn't make me look desperate, you jackass. Anyway, so this elevator pitch idea kind of ties into that. And it also got me thinking about a common theme that I'm seeing on LinkedIn a lot. And I gotta be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about it. To me, it looks like we're seeing a rise in performative coaching. What I mean by that, and I don't think this is intentional. I think there are really some very positive intent behind these kinds of posts, but I'm seeing a lot of like groups being made or postings, put up like once a week or once a month or whatever, like, hey, job seekers, this is all about you. And, we want to help you make connections. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Tell us about yourself. I've got, 82,000 recruiters in my network that'll see it. Yay, let's make connections. This feels really good, right? Look at me. Look at what I'm doing for the job seeking community. I just made a post and people get to go drop their info on it and yay, we're making connections. But are we? Are we making connections? And this is where I kind of got to put the brakes on a little bit and say, well, hold up, y'all. Are we doing this effectively? Now, this is not the fault of the original poster. I want to be clear, lots of people are doing this right now, and I think it's great. I love it in theory. I want to be clear on that. In theory, this is amazing. In practice, it tends to go off the rails a little bit because the comments are about 92% just word salad. Everybody's posting the same, just overly formal buzzword explanation, and nobody's really getting to the point. Nobody's really sharing, this is who I am and this is what I do and this is what I want to do next. I think we're afraid of being put in a box that we don't just get to the point. We don't just say, this is what I'm good at. And so job seekers, that's what I want to talk you through this week is, first of all, we need to not be afraid of setting a very clear career intention. And then we need to be able to explain that using natural language and speaking like we would speak to each other if we were sitting across from each other at a coffee shop. Because this fluffy word salad nonsense, it feels good. It's very performative. It's very look at me, look what I did, look at the space I created for you. But it's not getting anybody connected. And that is the point. That is the point of doing these exercises and creating these groups and posts and things, is to help job seekers form meaningful connections. And you cannot form a meaningful connection if you do not have meaningful stories to share. So let me give you an example of a word salad elevator pitch. Okay, I'm just going to make one now. I'm going to improv with you a little bit here. Boy, it's been a while since I've done improv. Let's see if I can pull this off. No pressure. I don't like to cut these videos down and just roll with it. I like to see what I say as much as everybody else does. So what did she come up with this week? I don't know. Let's find out together. Okay, so what would word salad Amy Miller style look like? Let me see. Okay, I think I got it. I am a highly skilled, passionate people person looking for a role where I can show my value to a small, mid-size, or large enterprise company. I love working cross-functionally. I enjoy working with people in recruiting and HR, and I'm looking forward to being a value add in a strategic position. What did you learn about me in those 30 seconds? I put myself to sleep about 10 seconds in. So I'm not even sure what I said. I'm gonna have to go watch this again and find out because I bored myself. I don't know what any of that means. A lot of the comments, a lot of the job seeker pitches kind of look like that. Now, here's imaginary Amy watched this video, okay, and said, oh, gosh, Amy's right. I need to clean that up. I need to be intentional. I need to get clear in what I want. So her second attempt goes something like this. I'm a tenured tech recruiter in the Seattle area. I've been doing this for the last couple of decades. In the last 10 years, I've been highly focused on engineering talent. I've worked for large companies, hiring thousands of software engineers. I've also worked across various groups like supply chain, quality, program management, and also dabbled a bit in hardware engineering. I fully believe that I can recruit literally anything given 60 days to ramp up in a certain profile. I'll be able to go find and close people for you. I've got about a 95% offer accept rate. I also have very clear strategies on client candidate engagement and hiring manager partnership. Love to tell you more about that. Give me a call if you want to talk more. I'd call me. So, again, I kind of rattled that off the top of my head, so it probably wasn't my best work, but the thing I did in the second version is I was very intentional sharing my successes, sharing some specific accomplishments, sharing exactly what I have done. I would also probably want to take that a step further and say, I'm looking exclusively in the Seattle market. I'm looking exclusively for remote opportunity. I'm open to relocating anywhere in the Pacific time zone. I'm open to, moving to anywhere in the continental US, whatever your boundaries are. And I think it's totally appropriate to share those kinds of things because as a recruiter, when I'm looking through those comments and I'm trying to kind of pull out anybody that, maybe looks like a fit or could be someone that I'd want to talk to from my organization, I want to see some data. I want to see some actual tangible, I can visualize what this person did. So the passionate team player, learner, want to bring my value, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about that shit. It's literally word salad. No value. No value. It's iceberg lettuce, y'all. Give me some meat. I'm a carnivore. I want steak. Okay? Or tofu. Or chicken. Whatever. Not picky about that. You can have the tofu. I don't want tofu. I want steak. But anyway. So do you see the difference? So again, this was just kind of an off-the-cuff example. I really want job seekers to think about their pitches and think about their career intention, okay? I do recognize that there is going to be situations where, Amy, you don't understand. I'll literally do anything. I'm looking for a survival job. That's a different kind of pitch, okay? And these groups, I'll be very honest with you, probably not the best place to get the right attention. That is a different problem to solve. Maybe we'll talk about in a future video. But for those that have a clear, this is what I'm good at. This is what I went to school for. This is what I studied. This is what I've accomplished in the last 20 years. This is what I want to do in my next job. Get clear. You are better off. This is no lie. You are better off getting positive response from 5 highly targeted potential managers and recruiters than you are from getting 100 people commenting and liking your post or your comment and saying stupid stuff like, oh, Amy's great. You would be so lucky to work with her. What does that mean? Why would you be so lucky to work with me? You don't even know what I do. You just know I'm a friendly team player who wants to provide value, which is meaningless. Word salad. Okay? So please, 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 job seekers, think about that. If you are struggling with how to create your elevator pitch, you want to kind of unpack this a little bit more, maybe one-on-one or in a small group. Let's figure out a way to do that. I don't have all the answers. I'm open to suggestions, but let's talk it out. Leave a comment down below. Send me an email, amy@recruitinginyogapants.com. Get me on LinkedIn, whatever. I want to think about ways to solve for this. Maybe we can come up with something. What do you think? Let me know. Drop a comment, send an email. I'll read them all, and I will see you next week.